Today we are going to talk about a fragrance from Bond number 9. And it's not the usual suspects that we're familiar with hearing in FragCom, but I know you guys have heard the name of this fragrance, and we are going to break it down, apply that science to a popular fragrance line, and perhaps a popular fragrance that you might need to add to your collection. Grab a bev, grab a snack, and let's go for a ride. All right, welcome to the Scent Bubble. I am your host for the afternoon. Today, from the house of Bond number 9, we have Wallstreet. And let's not waste a single minute of y'all's time. Let's dive right in. I know y'all are familiar with Lafayette Street, I believe, Bleecker Street, and all those goodies. But what about Wallstreet? Let's see what we're dealing with. In the air, it seems hyper aromatic and aquatic. And yeah, this fragrance is watery, airy, light, almost just all of the usual suspects. Marine, ozonic, or aromatic, slightly citrus, heavily aquatic, heavily aquatic. Freshwater though, not marine. It has a little element of marine, but it's mostly just this very aromatic, aquatic, hyper fresh fragrance. I just want to go straight to the window here, show you guys the bottle real quick. Let's go ahead and go to the note profile because I need some more info. I want to know what's making up this aquatic because it's not a very basic, it is somewhat basic, but it is layered as well. There's some sophistication going on with the water type. It's almost like a cucumber water with the tiniest touch of lemon, tiniest touch of soap. It's very soapy, but like aromatic, light, invigorating, bright soapy. You know, not quite Lever 2000, maybe even something more kind of like an aquatic Dove bar soap. And I think it wears a little bit thicker than like a Calvin Klein linen or clean fragrance. It has a little more oomph and power behind its layering as a fragrance, which I think will add to the longevity of being at least like 6 hours. No, not a lot of projection and sillage, but just robust, where if somebody's within 6 feet of you, they're going to smell this burst of just clean, aquatic, aromatic-y vibes. As far as the fruit note, I think the lemon and cucumber note here is like the star of the show in terms of what's being added to the cleanliness of the fragrance. But this is a very interesting note profile. We have cucumber, seaweed, lemon, bitter orange, lavender, musk, pistachio, vetiver, ambergris, leather, caraway, resins. Erase all of this in your mind. This is a crisp, cold water with cucumber and lemon sitting in it, and maybe just the tiniest play of orange, lavender, sweetness. I don't get the leather, the caraway, the ambergris, the resins. It's not resinous at all. Seaweed, don't get that either. Again, this is fairly straightforward. I think this is about a 3 to 4 note fragrance, but I think it is more pungent and packs more power than your Calvin Klein $20 fragrances that you would get in the store. It's so soapy on the dry down. So soapy, but that cucumber note really remains. Kind of a slightly sweet but hyper fresh aromatic cucumber on top. And this is nice, guys. I don't know if I would pay $100, $200 for a fragrance like this. Maybe a travel spray at best. This is kind of giving me the ultimate gym freshen up out of the shower fragrance vibe. If you're at a hotel, this might even be the fragrance of the soap that you would wash your hands with. But it is nice nonetheless. That cucumber note is, I think, what makes it distinct, but it's nothing out of the stratosphere. It's just slightly nuanced with some sophistication. And yeah, it is nice. It's light. I think 6 hours of performance probably. If we look, no, sorry, you got to love the advertisements on Fragrantica. It does say it's fairly moderate for performance. It's long lasting somewhat. I think for it to be as long lasting as a work shift, you're going to have to spray it for like at least 6 sprays. I would say this is a 6 to 8 spray fragrance, and it's going to get you through a work shift. Absolutely ageless fragrance, super casual, but it's slightly upscale casual. You know what I'm saying? You're dressed up decently. You might have your flip-flops on, but you still got some tailored jeans or slacks with like a t-shirt, a nice t-shirt or a collared t-shirt, running errands. This would go nice as like if you're going golfing or something and you want to stay fresh and you want to aerate and feel wafts of that like cucumber. A lot of times when you go to the golf course, you might get like a cucumber water if you're at a resort playing golf or something like that. But it is very nice. Again, casual, errand running, school, gym, activity fragrance. Nothing super date nighty or formal or semi-formal in any way. But in the Freshies with Charm category, it is one step up in class. Just because there's a little more going on there, and the cucumber note kind of gives it the tiniest bit of signature in the fresh fragrance category. Ageless, shines predominantly in warm weather, spring, summer, but it's certainly at any season, any reason type of fragrance. Don't try to dress this up, guys. It will just dress you up when you're casual, just by the tiniest amount. I don't have a lot of other feedback for this in terms of alternatives. I think there are a lot of clean linen or clean soapy alternatives, but I think this one might give you the best performance out of all of the ones that I've tried so far. Your Mont Blanc Starwalker, your Calvin Klein Defy, you know, your CK Everyone and stuff. It's in that realm of things, it's the top dog, I think. Let me know in the comments if you guys have tried a fragrance like this, if you've come across it. I don't find too many people talking about Wallstreet, and I think that it's just a matter of, for the price, you're paying a pretty penny for a DNA that you can kind of get at least 70% close to in most categories of Freshie with Charm. But it is a great fragrance. I got to give it props. I would give it maybe like a 7 out of 10. It's very average, maybe trying to creep into the 8 out of 10 category with that note of cucumber and that little bit of lemon. You know, it's got a slightly different take to the aromatic Freshie. So maybe an 8 at best. And it's certainly an 8 in comparison to the rest of the fresh Calvin Klein type fragrances in the linen, clean, soapy category. Let me know in the comments if you have this fragrance or if you've come across it, and definitely make sure to turn on your notification bell, like, comment, and subscribe, and participate in the comments below. Here's a good question for you guys. What is your favorite go-to soapy fragrance? Okay, not necessarily linen. It could be linen influenced, but dominantly soapy fragrance, any kind of soapy. What are you wearing as your easy grab soapy fragrance? And can it And have you smelled Bond Number 9? And if you have Bond Number 9, Wallstreet, where do you wear this fragrance? This is the Scent Bubble. I hope you guys have a blessed week. And until next time, peace.